Chelsea owner Todd Boehly has pitched the idea of having a Premier League All-Star game, which is quite similar to what you see in the MLS league and stuff like that. They have like a MLS All-Star team, and sometimes you see this team having a few matches, but what is actually proposed in this regard is like a conference sort of match. So you would have Premier League North versus Premier League South. And frankly, I think this is an awesome idea. Even if this was like a preseason match or something like that, where it didn't matter, I just think that would be awesome. What a cool idea. Now, I mean, maybe there would have to be some rules around this about like how many you can select per team and things like that. But either way, I like the idea. It just sounds cool in theory. So he sees it a way to kind of boost broadcasting revenue, and I'm not, I don't know. That's not something I'm really thinking about. I just like kind of the idea of seeing different players play together and things like that. I find that very interesting because tons of players are in the same league playing against each other for their whole career, but they've never actually played in the same team together unless they're the same nationality or something like that. So yeah, he's saying, based on American sports, they could do a tournament. Oh, he also says, why don't we do a tournament with the bottom 4 sports teams? And there should be an all-star game. So yeah, also in Major League Baseball, they also do an all-star game, and they made $200 million from a Monday and a Tuesday. So that's okay, very interesting. So it could get some more money into the game. I mean, there's plenty of money in the Premier League anyway, but whatever. I just like the idea of this. Okay, so yeah, what a cool idea. I'm all for this. I find it very interesting. Now I have I'll just have to add an image to OBS here because I just have a wee image here of how this would look. Okay. All right, so seeing this image here, let's make this a bit bigger, that you have, so here we have the UK here, and so these are the locations of all of the Premier League teams in the UK at the moment. So these are all the teams that's currently in the Premier League. So there's some other lower division teams around here too, but essentially the cutoff is sort of this line here between, so just above London, and so anything lower than this line with Spurs and all these ones down here, that'd be the South Conference, and then all the ones up here would be the North. And so conveniently, for this season, that actually works out as 10 teams each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you get Newcastle, Leeds, Manchester United and City, Liverpool, Everton, Wolves, Villa, Leicester and Forest, all up in this Northern Conference. And then in the South you get Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, West Ham, Fulham, Brentford, Crystal Palace, Brighton, Southampton and Bournemouth. So obviously most of these are London teams, of course, but so it's kind of like, the North versus London, but oh well. But either way, this is cool. I'm really into this idea. I think this is super cool. And it's very convenient that it sort of works out as it does, I'll just put this over here for now, just to keep this in mind. So this is how it would look. And so I also have an article here where someone has done the work of imagining how this would look. So Premier League All-Star teams imagined. Now, of course, this is just the best players from all of these teams and so on. So, it's like 90% Manchester City, in the south, in the north, and like Chelsea and Arsenal and Spurs in the south. But so maybe they would have to introduce some rules to this. Like, I was kind of thinking maybe you could do like maximum 3 players per team with a minimum of 1 from each or something. So that'd be quite cool, kind of like a fantasy sort of setup. But I don't know. Who knows what the rules would actually be? Again, this is all just talk at the moment. There's nothing official, obviously. But so here we go. This is the North 11, and set up in a 4-2-3-1. So if it's in there. So of course, starting off, we have Alisson in goal from Liverpool, of course. Look at this entire team. It's just this entire team is just Liverpool and Man City, and then 1 player from United. So look, I wouldn't exactly have it like this, but yeah, either way, you have Alisson in goal, and then the back line with Cancelo, Van Dijk, Diaz, and Alexander-Arnold. And then midfield, you've got Rodri and Casemiro. That's pretty robust, I got to say. And then up front, you've got Phil Foden, De Bruyne, Salah, and Haaland. So yeah, I mean, look, this makes total sense. Obviously, these are probably the best players in the league at the moment. It's sort of hard to argue with this, but look, I would just sort of push for some kind of way of not always being the same players. Like, you have to have players from all the teams or something like that. That would be cool. But either way, yeah, this is all Liverpool and City, and then Casemiro from United. That's it. So they don't include anyone from Newcastle, Leeds, Everton, Forest, Leicester, or anything like that. So it's kind of a bit, I don't know, whatever. And then anyway, they would play against the Southern 11, which is set up in a 4-4-2. And for this we have Eduard Mendy in goal, and then Zinchenko at left back, Thiago Silva, Romero from Spurs, Reece James, midfield of Declan Rice and Kante. That's pretty good. That's pretty tasty midfield as well. And then a front 4 of Heung-min Son, Gabriel Jesus, Harry Kane, and Raheem Sterling. So again, this is basically just Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs. Yeah, it's just Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, and then Declan Rice from West Ham. So it's basically the same thing. It's just going to be all of the same players every time. It really shows where the money is in this league. But look, either way, the concept is what I'm really excited about. I wish this could happen. Yeah. So yeah, look, cool idea. I think if we're just going to be seeing these teams, it's just like an all-star team between top 6. It's like half a top 6 versus the other. Like, sorry, it's I don't know. It'll just be Liverpool, Man City, Man United versus Spurs, Chelsea, and Arsenal. That's hardly a league all-star team. It's a top 6 all-star team. So yeah, again, maybe they need to add some specific rules to this, but concept itself sounds good to me. Really cool.